How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Last night was the inaugural show for AEW Double or Nothing on pay-per-view, and it was an absolute thriller. I'll be the first one to tell you, I didn't really know who like 70% of the people on the card were, but that didn't stop me from watching and enjoying every single match. Even the couple pre-show matches were amazing wrestling matches to watch. They may not be the biggest guys or the guys that casual wrestling fans understand or ever heard of, but you have to respect the athleticism and the abilities these guys have had in the ring last night. It was truly amazing to watch. If there was one thing that I felt kind of hurt about the pre-show, it was the commentary. I don't know if it was the nerves, if it was just, people trying to push the pay-per-view stuff too much and it just getting overdone, but it felt a little choppy, a little unorganized, just a simple go backstage interview stuff. It was a little botched, but once the show got rolling and JR came on board, the awkward moments, they kind of went away and everything started running smoothly there as well. So let's talk about the high points of the show. Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect of this match. Goldust, aka Dustin Rhodes, he's been jobbed in WWE for so many years that I didn't have high expectations for this match, but man, were those expectations blown away with this phenomenal match. One that started off with Cody destroying a Triple H-like throne with a sledgehammer, and it's brilliant. Honestly, AEW should take as many shots as they can at WWE. It's good for business. Real life storylines are the best ones, and it's obviously no secret that WWE is the top dog here and the target for anybody to go out there and try and catch. And it only helps AEW if WWE bashes them back, right? I mean, it's free promotion for them, which is why Vince is probably trying to quietly but methodically crush AEW. And it's likely the reason why Ambrose leaving WWE was announced so early, to try and ruin a potentially big viral pop surprise of Moxley showing up at the end of the show as he did in surprising fashion. More on that later, of course. But back to this Rhodes match. The wrestling match was great. It felt like a main event match, and it's the best match I've seen by Dustin Rhodes in a long time. And for being as old as he is, it was a phenomenal match with a phenomenal story. And to set up for a brothers versus brothers tag team match coming up after an emotional promo by Cody Rhodes, it was a great heartfelt match. Can't wait to see these two tag up one last time as well. Speaking of tag teams though, the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros was another high-flying, intense match to watch. I'm not a tag team match guy, but this one had a lot of non-stop action that made it very enjoyable to watch. It felt like there was constantly some high-flying action going on and you couldn't take your eyes off the screen between these two. But that left us with Jericho versus Kenny Omega. 3 of 4 vice presidents won their matches at this point. It's got to be in the back of people's minds. Are they going to push themselves to the top? Are they power hungry? Or are they going to do what's best for the company as they said they would? And for that very reason, I was not surprised at all after a very good match between Omega and Jericho ended with Jericho coming out on top and winning the match and being slotted into that AEW title shot picture. Jericho's getting paid to carry this company, and it makes sense for him to hold the title to start the company's run. We'll see if it ends up happening, but before the show ended, we mentioned it earlier, Dean Ambrose aka Jon Moxley made a surprise appearance from the crowd, laying waste to everyone around, and I gotta say, I can't wait to see what Moxley can do in the future with a lot more creative freedom here at AEW. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen, but I gotta say, 200,000 pay-per-view buys, that's great numbers for what I think was a great show. For a debut show, 200,000 pay-per-view buys. They was comparing that to being better than a lot of the WWE smaller pay-per-views back in the day. The Money in the Banks, the Extreme Rules, obviously not bigger than the Survivor Series and the WrestleManias, but to be doing numbers like that on their first pay-per-view is very great. I'd like to hear what you guys are thinking. I think it was a fantastic show last night. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.